So our first visualization depicts the GDP in the United States over time, and this is in order to illustrate the length of both recessions from the Great Recession and the COVID-19 recession. And this helps make them easier to compare to one another, and sets the stage for our further presentation. And so our second visualization shows the effectiveness of new banking practices in helping alleviate a lot of the situations and help preventing the further downturn of the U.S. economy. So first we have the increased liquid to asset ratio, which we see only increase over time, and this makes banks much more safer and prepared for a sudden change in the economy like the pandemic. And then our next graph has a comparison between the interest rates and the time associated with them in order to show how the government played a large role in helping the economy out of the COVID-19 pandemic economically. And so then our next visualization centers on the increasing digitalization of the United States and the greater access to the internet that people have. And so our visualization here shows the steady growth of the number of users of the internet and its steep increase during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this illustrates how technology and the access of remote learning and remote working really helped play a part in alleviating a lot of the stress and economic issues that arise with the COVID-19 pandemic. And so lastly, our final visualizations point to the close correlation between petroleum imports and inflation, where we see the peak imports at the same time as the peak inflation, as we see in 2008. Furthermore, we see decreases in imports and inflation rate over the same period of time, like we see in 2020, where it is the lowest point and it is the lowest point of inflation. And this also carries over to gradual increases and decreases that we